Do you remember the early days of YouTube when all of the biggest channels looked like this? Oh, how much YouTube has changed over the years. So what you have to remember is that YouTube started back before the internet had really gone mainstream. And so for the first few years especially, it was mostly just young people who had a bunch of free time and just found YouTube as this fun little website where we could share videos together. But of course, over time, the internet, and YouTube especially, has just blown up all around the world. So while our favorite big YouTubers are mostly still around, they only make up a really tiny portion of this site now. And of course, YouTube has really started to favor a lot more corporate sides to bring in a lot more money to the site. So now let's take a deep dive into what are the biggest channels today. So here we are on Social Blade. You know, it's been a long time since the whole PewDiePie versus TSeries thing was going on, and now you can see that TSeries never really slowed down. They're approaching 150 million subscribers right now. And so when you actually just look at their channel, I mean, they're averaging 130 million views per day and gaining 4 million subscribers a month, so there's really no slowing them down. Now, the whole PewDiePie versus T-Series thing was a lot of fun, I have to admit. The problem with this channel, although it has 106 million subscribers, a huge portion of those subscribers are just dead accounts, ones that nobody ever uses. I remember during the whole PewDiePie versus T-Series thing, I saw people who said they'd made like hundreds of accounts just to subscribe. And I mean, it really shows since he's only getting about 10 million views per day. I'm not really sure why he lost 300 million views that day. Whenever that happens, it just means that they deleted or privated a bunch of videos. So yeah, maybe he was getting in trouble for something, I don't know. So you've also got these categories like YouTube movies, music, gaming, sports. These aren't actually channels, for those who don't know. Those, you just subscribe to the category, and then it will show you things that get posted in that category. That's why there's 0 uploads, 0 view counts, and just the subscriber count. So yeah, we don't really count those as channels. So then next up, we've got Coco Melon, which I know PewDiePie is having a big run-on joke against this channel now, kind of like he did with T-Series. Yeah, Coco Melon is just the hub for kids' animated content, I guess. I mean, they've only got 500 uploads, but 90 million subscribers and 72 billion views. So they aren't quite gaining as many subs as T-Series, but their view counts are actually pretty close. 100 million views per day. Now, I honestly don't know what the ad rates are for kids channels, because like I know the whole COPPA thing made it so that you can't have targeted ads on kids channels, so their ad rates went way down. But still, you have to look at these numbers, and you have to imagine they're making a few $1 million per month, at least. Alright, now let's take a look at SET India. So a big portion of the biggest channels in the world right now are all coming out of India. I mean, obviously they have a massive population, and internet is becoming a lot more accessible over there right now. So that's why you're seeing so many Indian channels just blowing up like crazy. So T-Series is basically just the biggest Indian record label, so that's where they go for the music. SET India, it stands for Sony Entertainment Television. So this channel is more for like shows and movies, I think, rather than music. But even still, they're gaining 88 million views per day and 2.7 million subscribers per month. Alright, next up on the list is 5 Minute Crafts. Now, this one has always kind of boggled my mind because they just seem like complete trash videos. I think that one of the reasons that they do so well is because there's not really any dialogue, so it can be enjoyed by any language. That's really my only theory as to why they're so popular. You have to realize that in order to be the biggest channels in the world, you can't be an English-speaking channel anymore, basically. While the English-speaking market used to be like 99% of YouTube, now it's probably less than 20%. And so when you have videos that don't really have any kind of dialogue, then obviously they can be watched by people all over the world. And I mean, they're only gaining 6 million views per day, so it's a little bit strange that they have so many subscribers. They're at 67 million. Alright, next up we have WWE, just the official YouTube channel for the Wrestling League, which really surprises me, honestly, because I personally don't really follow any sports, but I would have not expected that wrestling was the most popular sport on YouTube. I would have expected soccer or football or basketball to be bigger, but I guess people really just love their wrestling. Alright, next up we have Kids Diana Show. Now here's just another wild example of the kids channels that are just going insane right now. So I've noticed that there's really 2 different types of kids channels. You know, there's the animated type channels where they make animated cartoons, which take a lot of effort and probably have a whole team. And then there's just the ones where it's just 1 or 2 kids being showcased in these videos. And I have no idea how a channel like this can get 60 million subscribers and 100 million views per day. So for those of you who don't know why all these kids channels are just so massive, mainly it's because parents just put YouTube in front of kids on an iPad or a TV or something, and then it just kind of sits on autoplay. So I kind of feel like when it comes to these kids channels, it's just a battle of SEO on who gets to appear in the up next field, so that theirs are the videos that come next on the autoplay. But man, 34 billion views. It's just unbelievable. Alright, next we have Z Music Company. This again is just another Indian record label, kind of like TSeries, but not quite as big. Let's go a little faster now. Canel Conzilla. It's a Brazilian music channel. So yeah, it's not just India that's getting really big on YouTube. Brazil obviously has quite a few subscribers over here too. And now we have Like Nastia. Again, another kids channel where it's just showcasing a little kid in the videos. And again, 60 million views per day on this content. You know, I really have to wonder though, because channels like this, you might think that it's just some parent who got lucky recording their kid and, you know, uploading videos online. But these channels are making millions of dollars a month. Something tells me that they have a lot of people behind these kinds of things. I mean, I just have a really hard time believing that anybody's making $90 million a year just by recording home videos and putting them on YouTube. But then you've got the Justin Bieber channel, which, when it comes to music channels, they don't really average out a lot of views. I mean, he's only averaging 200,000 views a day, but then every time they upload a new video, then obviously they're going to get hundreds of millions of views. So yeah, like individual artist channels typically don't get a ton of continuous viewing. Next we've got Dude Perfect. This is only like the second quote-unquote YouTuber channel that we've come across, next to PewDiePie. So of course these guys, you know, every kind of trick shots from, you know, throwing cards, throwing frisbees, throwing footballs, just really cool trick shots. Again, I could see how this could appeal to a really wide audience, even cross-language. So it's really no surprise that this channel is doing so well. But even still, 5 million views per day. Compare that to the kids channels that are getting 100 million a day. Alright, now we've got Vlad and Nikki. Again, another little kids channel. And this one's bringing in even more than some of the other ones. 113 million views a day. Like, this is mind-boggling. Next up we got Z TV. Again, another Indian company. Minus 7 billion views the last 30 days. Yeah, they must have deleted something. And then next you got Marshmello, Ed Sheeran, Eminem Music, Blackpink. Again, just a bunch of artists that upload their music. What I thought was really crazy is that Marshmello is the second highest individual artist for a YouTube channel, next to Justin Bieber. I mean, he's only got half the video views to Ed Sheeran, but he's got a few more subscribers. I guess it's just because he's uploaded 3 times as many videos. Alright, then you've got Babadoon, which looks like it's a Mexican channel. What's crazy about this channel is that they've got 43 million subscribers, yet they can't even break 100,000 views on any of their videos. I mean, it looks like they upload about 6 times a day, and I can't really find any consistency in their videos. So, I honestly have no idea what this channel is about, but they've got a lot of subscribers. Next, you got Ariana Grande, of course, just another music channel. Then you got Movie Clips. I would definitely call this another corporate channel. It's just the Fandango channel. They've got 36,000 videos, and it's what it says it is. It's just a bunch of movie clips. Next, you got Hola Soy German and Juega German. And funny enough, neither of them are German. Both of them are from Chile. So this guy, I think, is actually just a regular YouTuber who's been around for a long time. And this one is a gaming YouTuber. So, yeah, I guess there are a couple YouTubers left on this list. Now we've got AJtak. I guess this is the Indian news channel. Whindersson Noon is another Brazilian YouTuber. And again, I feel like a lot of these channels with a ton of subscribers don't really pull in that many views. I can kind of understand if they got really big a long time ago and maybe they just don't upload very much anymore. And so that's why their views are just so down. And now we have MrBeast. Now, MrBeast is probably the highest production of any YouTuber type channel. And I mean, he's pulling in 12 million views per day, and he's gaining subscribers faster than most of the channels even above him. So I could definitely see MrBeast ending up in the top 20, maybe top 15 channels. He's ranked 30 right now, but he's getting 1/10 the views of those baby channels. Can you believe that? Sorry, MrBeast, I guess you should stop spending $200,000 on each video and just go record some little kids playing with toys, and your views will skyrocket. Alright, we'll just kind of speed through the rest of these. Big hit labels, just another music thing. another film thing, another music channel, then Taylor Swift, Felipe Neto, another Brazilian comedian it looks like. Then you got this really long name channel, let's see, Choo Choo TV Nursery Rhymes and Kids Songs. Oh great, it's India and it's a kids channel, so that's destined to be double huge. Though, I guess in India it's not quite as common yet to just put a kid in front of an iPad and let him watch videos all day. It's only a matter of time. Then El Rubius OMG. This guy's a Spanish YouTuber, and it seems like he does okay for his own channel. Then you got Katy Perry, The Ellen Show, you know, more just corporate channels. And then yeah, through the last of these, it's mostly just corporate channels. So now, let's take a different look at this and look at the video view count, because this paints a much different picture. Well, except for, you know, TSeries and Coco Melon and SET India, of course, being way far ahead on top. 118 billion views. So here we can see that the top viewed channels are all just corporate channels and kids channels, which makes you kind of think that maybe there's a bit more behind these kids channels than we think. We've also got Ryan's World, that Ryan's Toy Review, the channel that everybody used to be talking about, which surprisingly has a really low subscriber count compared to the other channels around it, for how many views it's got. Alright, there's something that I want to test out here. So I mean, TSeries has a ton of views, but they've got a ton of uploads too. So I want to see what's the average view count per upload for each of these channels. Alright, TSeries averages 8 million views per video. Coco Melon averages 130 million views per video, whereas SET India is only 1.5 million per video. WWE can't even average 1 million per video because they just have so many uploads. Ryan's World is averaging 23 million. Movie Clips has 1 million per video. Holy crap. Like Nastia is averaging 85 million views per video. And that's just one of those like home video type channels. I mean, if you're getting 85 million views with every video, I mean, there's a good chance they're making at least a few $100,000 per upload. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at all the biggest channels on YouTube right now. So I think that this is kind of the direction I want to take this channel in right now. I've kind of exhausted all my tips for being a YouTuber, and I hate repetition. I don't want to turn into one of those channels that just uploads the same tips and tricks over and over again. And so now, YouTube Analyzed is going to be used for analyzing YouTube channels. So I'm going to be taking deep dives into specific YouTube channels or YouTube niches or just random weird channels that you find around YouTube. So if you have any good suggestions, just throw them my way and maybe I'll make a video about it. And also, yes, I'm in a new place. I moved last week, so I've got a different background.